thought I would come with a second part regarding cash flow in the hood. And the term hood, I'm okay with that because that's what we were, brought up on. That's our term, our lingo. That's our vernacular we use. It's a hood, community, neighborhood. I'm okay with that. But regarding us being renters, that's kind of what I'm going to do, speaking on us building cash flows. Right now, we're not at the status where we can invest in homes, fix them up, sell them, make a bigger profit. Or a lot of us, we're not owners where we could pull equity out of the properties to invest in other properties. This is the game that's out there that they're playing. And real estate is the only real investment. It is real estate. That's real. Land is real. And when it's all said and done, it's about who has more land. Not really more money, not really more, because money could be turned into, it's already cards or chip in the hand, all kind of stuff. You won't be needing money, but it could be another type of currency. But you have to be energy. You have to be currency. You have to become what will circulate whatever is needed to you. You have to be in that energy. But right now, the energy that has been since, but we have lost that network in this economy of the currency, the energy of monies, in that circulation of that money's coming towards us. But starting where we are, since most of us live in the hood and we rent, that might be our loophole to start at the level we are, rent. Okay. We want to get to the point where we're building up funds to get out of the rent status, to get out of that bracket of below poverty level. We want to get out of that area as a community, as the hood. So if we're renting, why not find out how we can rent more houses? You can rent the house out whole, one person, one family, but find out how we might as well admit it. We don't have enough as one person to have that money to go and get it, to get that home. We don't have that type of money just stacking up. Some of us do, but I'm speaking as the majority of us in our hood. We might have $100, whether it's in the bank, whether it's in our pocketbook, or whether it's something we could pawn to turn over to $100. We use the pawn shop as our bank. Even if you have to start at that level, if you're going to buy something that you could turn over to the pawn shop and get some. If you need to make equity, if you need to get liquidate some money, at least if you buying stuff, make sure it's things that the pawn shop want. So push come to shove, if you had to get some money right now, emergency, you might have it in material things because you bought things that you could immediately take to the pawn shop. Don't just buy, spend. We got to think in another type of mindset regarding if I need 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 5,000, will I be able to liquidate that from my possessions? Would I be able to come up with that money like right now if push came to shove? These are the mindsets we need to start thinking. How can I liquidate to become able to do something if it was need to be at that very moment? Okay, if we're renting right now, start where we are. Rent more homes in our community. Since we can't buy the hood, rent the hood. The person you're renting your house from, I'm quite sure you know them. You might have gotten it under the table type way because we're in the hood. We do things underground, this and that. You know, everything's not on the grid. It's not illegal, but it's not, you know, the quality of the house you're living in. You're not going to court and this and that because they probably let you in and you're probably paying this amount of money. So we know, we doing things off the grid. But if everybody happy in this arrangement, in that barter system, then that's cool. But that same person you're renting from, find out if they have more houses in the hood. They may let you get it without a deposit, without the first month, second month, this and that. Bad credit, good credit, background check and all of this. They might let you get it because that's probably how you got in yours in the hood. That's probably how you got your home you're living in right now in the hood. You didn't have to go through all the red tape. Well, find out if they got more homes because basically the ones that's written to you in the hood, all they're really caring about is making sure you give them their money. They don't even care about how they don't come by and do your lawn. They don't care if the house, whatever. As long as you pay them their money and don't complain, they satisfied. Okay, if that's the type of person you got paying your money to every month, good. Find out if they got more houses. And if you don't have the money, all of it, get with your aunts, your mama, grandmama. Put that money together and get that house. Before the developers get it, before they tear it down and build condominiums or townhomes. And I want to say something else. I started out with this with my ex-husband, ex-man. And I started out because I had put him out. So in order for me to keep up my rent, I slept on my couch, and I rented the rooms in the home. That turned out to be very good. It didn't take no time. That was a very good decision I made. It was so good. I called him back. Hey, come back. I got a good idea. So when he came back, we took that one house. We moved out of that one house, kept it going, and moved to another house. And rented the rooms out of that house. We got another house. It got to the point, whether he was with me or not, it got to the point I came up with 10 houses. 10 houses. But by me being a nonprofit organization, by this time, now I see it's helping people, so I decide to start a nonprofit organization because I saw that people that had bad credit, felonies, it takes 2 to 3 times rent. You have to have an income to move in. Just different reasons that kept knocking us out the box to get nice, decent homes. So after about the second home, I'm like, wow, I'm going to start a nonprofit organization because this is really helping people. So my husband, my ex-man, he did that. We sat down and we got that together and we started that nonprofit organization. Thank you. Thank you for that, my ex-man, my ex-husband. But anyway, that turned out very good. And I'm going to give you a history of why I did what I did also, because me and my ex, we have had our fair share. We got evicted. We got fired. That's how we met back in 2007, working at the same job, just over broke, J-O-B. I got fired first. Like I say, I'm 55 years old, and I have never really, after about 10, 11 years before this, I have never been on nobody's job really longer than 6 months. And I thought I was the best employee in the world that it could be. But I get fired. I quit. So a year and a half is the longest job I ever had. And I got fired from that too. But 6 months. And the reason is I found out 6 months is when these jobs, the time limit, they have to put in insurance for you, all type of other benefits you kick in for. So they get rid of people before that time is up. So I didn't know I was in part of a rat race then. I thought, my goodness. But anyway, 6 months. So 2007, me and my ex-husband, my ex-man, we were working together, and I got fired first, and maybe like a week or two later, he got fired. I said right then and there, that's the last time I'm getting fired off of anybody's job. And that's 2007. I haven't looked back since. It's 2018 right now. I haven't looked back since. We've sold CDs, DVDs, boiled peanuts. We've lived in abandoned houses because when both of us got fired, we got evicted from our house, from the apartment we were in. So I had my fair share of living in the abandoned houses, fixing them up, making it, instead of it being an eyesore in my community, I made it something that gave quality to the community. When you roll down that street, it made it look nice and not something you look at and turn your nose up. But in the district I was in, after about 2-3 years of going from abandoned house to abandoned house, I went to jail, and that's one of them same abandoned houses. And the police knocked on the door early that early that Monday morning or whatever morning it was. They say, "Hi, Wanda, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Ooh, you know my name and all." "I'm okay, good morning. Is this your house?" "Well, it is while I'm living in it. How could I help you, sir?" "Well, we know that this is not your house and you're going to have to get out right now." I didn't know the police was in the eviction business. You know, they way out of their lane. I thought it was to protect and preserve, and protect and you know, whatever. Protect and serve. But now they're in the business of evicting. My goodness. I guess in some communities we let them get away with everything. But anyway, I lost all of my valuable possessions that I had in that abandoned house because when they took me to jail, because I was up under adverse possession law. I thought I was within the legal parameters of being under adverse possession. But honey, these police in my community, in my hood, they don't give a doggone about your knowledge of adverse possession and this and that. Oh well, I couldn't kick against the prick. I went to jail. 49 days, mandatory. After all of that, the judge, no, my apologies. That was another time I went to jail, 49 days. That was because my son was almost about to fight the police and stuff, and I jumped in it. And I went to jail for obstruction of justice, 49 days mandatory. While he went home, I went to jail. We got to pick our battles. But that was mama instinct kicking in. But back to the subject. This second time I went to jail, They put me in jail. The judge, and then when it came time for the trial and hearing and everything, the judge say, this is nothing but a trespass. Okay, a trespass. But guess what the state want to do? They want to pick it up and appeal it. They want to accuse me of grand theft, breaking and entering. I would have had felonies and everything. And that case drug out 3 years. And I found out it's a reason why they drag along cases too. Because they're thinking you're not going to sue them. You go past the time limit to sue. All this kind of stuff. But anyway, I really did want to sue the city of Tampa, but I just left it alone because what the devil meant for evil, or what was done to me for evil, it turned around for good. Because now I have a nonprofit organization that I'm helping more people in the position I was in. And that's where my heart is for wanting these homes. But it's a loophole for those that want to build a cash flow. And I don't want to regret anything I've done over these 10 years, but now 3-4 years regarding having the nonprofit. But between living in abandoned houses, going to jail, and deciding to get a nonprofit because I see it's helping people, I'm not regretting any of that journey. But one thing that I do kind of wish I'd have did another way, but that's because I'm back and forth with the kindness of my heart and the bump Negroes, bump this rat race. I say this because I'm telling you there's a cash flow. We got to the point where I had 10 houses. I knew what it looked like to have $10,000. I know what the size is. I know what it feels like in my hand. It got that comfortable. Wad. All through the month, a wad. I know what 10,000 feels like very comfortably in my hand. But every time that equity built up, that money built up, that currency, that energy, every time it built up, what I do, I went and got another house. That's how we got 10 houses. One every time the money built up, time to get another house. Okay, the money building up more. Time to get another house. It's building up more. Time to get another house. Till we had 10 houses. But guess what? Now I wish, but I'm not going there. I won't regret nothing I did. But to let you do it, you may not be trying to do it on no community service, nonprofit level. If you're trying to leverage money, I'm telling you, do it. You can have over $10,000 coming to you just like this. I don't want to say I wish I'd have kept my money and kept putting it in the bank and building up. Now I could go buy my own house. Now I ain't got to be this and that, and that. I could have properties of my own. Now I'm at the end of a season in my life I'm not renting any more homes. I'm not going to rent any more homes. The next home I get, it need to be mine. I'm paying these people rent faithfully. Nobody can say I've been late. Nobody, the bills, Tico, City Tech, nobody can say I've been late. My organization is prompt and efficient and will do what it's supposed to do. As long as your beds are filled and people are doing what they're supposed to do, renting from you. And these are things that we can learn, that I can share with you. If you want to know how to build your equity up, how to get these homes, how to rent in these homes, know the city code ordinances, to know your laws, to know different things about how to get in this door of renting rooms out of homes. It does take a skill. It does take some knowledge. But I can help you get to that knowledge without you learning from trial and error. We don't have time for that. Learn from someone that has been there, done that. And I'm I'm speaking from our level. We can do this. Casting pearls out. Message me. Message me. Find out how it could be done. Okay?